Welcome. Welcome to being a spiritual being having a human experience. We are oh so human in our fears, and it's easy to be afraid these days. There's a lot of fuel out there for fear. And yet, as spiritual beings having a human experience, we've been changing all of our lives ever since we were a twinkle in our mother's womb. We were changing daily, and we are continuing to change daily. Thich Nhat Hanh has a very interesting things to say about original fear. You've heard Ken talk about original sin, which is, as I was raised Unitarian, we knew that was silly to begin with. But, you know, when those stories are installed in us early, they are hard to get rid of. I know this for the fact, because I have other stories that were installed in me that are not useful. But I digress. So fear, we were happy in our mother's womb. Everything was being done for us, says Thich Nhat Hanh. And once we were birthed, we began the process of trying to find, everything changed. We had to breathe on our own. She wasn't breathing for us. We had hunger. We had to find food, and we had to find it out there. We had to find it with other people out there. And so then we began the journey of trying to negotiate with no language what our needs are, to fulfill our needs. And this was the original fear, says Thich Nhat Hanh, is once that umbilical cord was moved from mom and this quiet, safe environment, everything is too bright. And I have some twinkly lights behind me. These you can't quite tell what they are, but they're out there and they're bright, and you know, that must have been like what it was like when we were first out of the womb. Everything was bright and scary. Everything was change. And if you think about it, we've been moving our umbilical cord to every place out there. We're in love with her, or we're in love with him, or maybe that job will give me what I need. Maybe this success, maybe this cosmetic, maybe this procedure, maybe something out there is what will make us whole. But the truth, as spiritual beings having a human experience, is we are already whole. We are already whole when we move our umbilical cord to spirit. Let's take a breath of that. To know what doesn't change by all the things around us that we do see changing. Let's take a breath of the eternal. Breathe in and hold it. Let it light you up. Let it relax you. And exhale. On the exhale, always begin to exhale a little bit more forgiveness and self-compassion for yourself. Because this is a hard thing to change every moment of our day and life. It's not easy to be a human being. So a little self-compassion goes a long way. Let's take a breath together. Breathe in. Light up. And exhale. Forgive. Another breath, third breath together. Breathe in. Breathe in gratitude. And exhale. Here's a poem by Hafiz called Forgive the Dream. All your images of winter I see against your sky. I understand the wounds that have not healed in you. They exist because God and love have yet to become real enough to allow you to forgive the dream. You listen to that old alley song that brings your body pain. Now chain your ears to his pacing drum and flute. Fix your eyes upon the magnificent arch of his brow that supports and allows this universe to expand. The wounds of love can only heal when you can forgive the dream. Let's take a breath. Do a body scan and send your breath consciously to any place in your body that needs a little love and relaxation, because you have the power. You have the power to send, to heal, to change. Breathe in and exhale fully, forgiving a little bit more yourself and all the changes that are happening. Allow yourself to forgive the dream and let go of that old alley song that causes your body pain. We're done with that, okay? All right. Drop down from our heads to our hearts with every breath and just settle in to that peaceful place, that peace beyond understanding. And if you find yourself distracted, allow the thoughts to just float by, not making any of it wrong, but recentering, dropping down from our heads to our hearts, and just be. And if you find yourself into your to-do lists, not judging, just recentering, gently dropping from your head to your heart. We remember this place, found between the notes and in the notes, the sound of wholeness, the sound of peace, dropping under the turbulence of the world, always accessible, under the breath, with the breath. This place where we can restore ourselves, where we are renewed, where we are seen. Perhaps get guidance for what is ours to do in this beautiful world, right now, in this moment. Letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and just being present right here. What is ours to do? It really is that simple when we remember. Thank you for joining me today. Beautiful.